Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Carrie with Booked for Romance. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I'm just really excited to talk about this topic today. I feel like it's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time now, ever since starting this YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about books that have inspired me. Now, these books have inspired me in one way or another in my life, either getting me to do something or getting me to be a better person in my own life. So I'm just really excited to share my recommendations with you guys. And some are gonna be fun, some are gonna be tearjerkers. So let's get ready, get set, and here we go. My very first recommendation is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. Now this book is amazing. First I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then I'm gonna tell you how it inspired me in my life. Because we all know what my rating is for this book. All these books are 5 stars for me. So if you guys have any question on what my rating is for each one of these books, they're 5 stars because they obviously have influenced my life. The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, let's get back to that. This book is about our main heroine, Vanessa. And Vanessa has been working for our main hero, Aiden, for 2 years. And she has been his assistant, she's been his housekeeper, and she's been his cook. She's pretty much done everything for Aiden, who is our superstar football athlete. And she's finally come into a position where she can actually work for herself. So she has finally given Aiden her 2 weeks notice, but it's like, she's like, whenever you find someone, that's fine. But Aiden has never treated our main heroine very well. He's never said hi to her, never thanked her, never even said happy birthday on her birthday. So our main hero has always treated Vanessa kind of like she hasn't been very important to him. Well, one day, Aiden's manager says some very negative things about Vanessa. And Vanessa has had it. She's just like, I am out of here. I don't have to put up with this because at the end of the day, I've given you my 2 weeks. I'm starting my own company. I just don't even need to deal with it. So she ends up walking out. But little does Vanessa know that Aiden comes knocking on her door with an opportunity she cannot refuse. That's pretty much the start of The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. So they give you kind of the backstory. Now, this book, I signed up for a half marathon with my girl, Andra. And we decided to do a half marathon together. It was our first one. And I was running and I was getting tired as I was training. And then I picked this book up. And this book helped me not only run my half marathon, it helped me finish the half marathon in under 2.5 hours. And if anybody's a runner out there, they will know how hard that it really is, especially for a person my age. So I just want to let you know that Mariana Zapata is so perfect when it comes to athletes needing inspiration for athletes. I mean, she literally took me out of my head and put me in a place where you just push yourself to be that better person. You push yourself as an athlete to do the next level. And that's why I like The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. 5 stars all the way. Moving on to the next one. The next one is 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. So we have our main hero Rune and our main heroine Poppy. And Rune is originally from Norway, but when he was younger, he ended up moving to Georgia. And Poppy and Rune kind of grew up together. But unfortunately for Rune, his dad had to move back to Norway and Rune had to go with him. And he ends up losing touch with Poppy and he doesn't understand why. So to make this plot shorter, it's pretty much that Rune is back, he's brokenhearted, and he wants answers. That's kind of where we start with 1,000 Boy Kisses. And this book, bring tissues. Bring tons and tons and tons of tissues. It was amazing. I think this has inspired me in a way to cherish things in my life. And it really did help me put things in perspective. Like if you need one of those books to put your life into perspective, this is your book. I mean, it was amazing from start to finish. Tilly Cole can write a fabulous book, and I highly recommend this book 1,000 times over. I really liked it because in the very beginning she called her grandma Mama, and it used to be my mama's name. So I totally related to this book in 1,000 ways. So yes, 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole, 5 stars all the way. Moving on to the next one is Making Faces by Amy Harmon. Now this book, I'm gonna gush about freaking every book. They're amazing. All of them are amazing, but this one is awesome. We start off with our main heroine, Fern. And Fern has always been a shy girl. She's always been kind of like introverted and she's always felt invisible, and she's always been in love with our main hero. And our main hero is Ambrose, and Ambrose is the beautiful guy on campus. He's gorgeous. He's the captain of the wrestling team. He is kind of the it guy. But Ambrose ends up winning a scholarship to college. But unfortunately, Ambrose doesn't take that opportunity to go to college. He ends up enrolling into the military, and he ends up being shipped off to war. To make the explanation a little shorter, Ambrose ends up coming back, and he has injuries from war. His face ends up being scarred, and this is definitely Beauty and the Beast retelling contemporary style. So this is our kind of overall plot of how the story starts out. I just have to tell you, bring tissues to this one too. Unfortunately, I wish I could tell you that this isn't a tearjerker, but it totally is. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing too. The side characters in this book are incredible. I mean, the way Amy Harmon wrote this book, so good. I'm gonna tell you about one side character. His name is Bailey, and he does have muscular dystrophy. And for me, Bailey was an incredible character. I cannot wait for you guys to meet him. He is just Bailey forever. That is somebody who I will, if you remember fictional characters, that is one that will always stay with me. And I know there's people out there like this. And it just was so incredible. What an incredibly written book. Every time I think about him, I kind of get choked up a little bit. But I mean, honestly, this book was incredible. How it inspired me in my life was to be more selfless. Our main heroine, she is so selfless. It's amazing. I mean, to have that kind of dedication to other people, just incredible. And it inspired me to be more selfless in my life. And there really is so many inspirational messages in this book. And one more thing about this book is that Bailey will always be a hero to me. I really truly feel that people who have diseases are heroes because they're constantly fighting against themselves sometimes, and that is, to keep fighting is a truly heroic thing. So that's why I absolutely adore this book. I'm already getting choked up about it, but please read it. It's called Making Faces by Amy Harmon. All the way, such a great read. Next, we have The Bromance Book Club by Alyssa K. Adams. And this book is so funny. It is a comedy for sure. Put away your tissues. We're headed into something funny. We start off with our main hero, Gavin. And Gavin has just realized that his wife is about to divorce him. She has put up with him long enough, and there's a reason why they are going to get divorced. And if you want to know that reason, go ahead and take a look at Goodreads. They will tell you the reason. But he has decided that he does not want a divorce. And little does he know, he ends up falling into this group called the Bromance Book Club. And it's one of his, I think, teammates that kind of pushes him into this group. And he ends up trying to read an historical romance to win back his wife. And what's great about this book is you get to see an alpha male reading an historical romance, and also you get to see two different books. So you get to read this book, and then you also kind of get a little bit of the historical romance in this book. How this book has inspired me. Okay, this book has inspired me to recommend this book to every guy I know. I do not care what guy it is. I will recommend this book to a guy till I'm blue in the face because one, it's hilarious. Two, I could totally see a guy thinking the things that Gavin was thinking during this book and how he just responded to the situation. So if a guy ever asks, hey, how can I be more romantic with my wife? This is the book I would recommend because it's not just recommending an historical romance and having him kind of go off and figure it out. It's actually looking at Gavin's process of historical romances. So yes, this book has inspired me to not only try to be more romantic in my life, but also to tell guys how to be more romantic in their relationships. So if you know a guy, recommend this book. I mean, if they don't mind some of the smut in it, this is a good recommendation for that. Moving on from the Bromance book club. The next one is not really much of a recommendation as much as it is a find. And this is my find. I mean, I'm sure you guys have all heard of it, but if you're new to my channel, you have not. And this is my find of 1,000 historical romance books for $50. And this inspired me just to start this YouTube channel. So this is how books have affected my life. And I'm so grateful not only to have found these books and to share this woman's incredible collection, because I feel like it's a collection that should totally be seen by you guys, especially the historical romance community, because you guys, it's really hard to come across some of these books that she ended up collecting, but it's also awesome to know that she did this collection. I ended up finding it, and then it inspired me to do this YouTube channel. So it was like a chain reaction of events. So that was just something of like an honorable mention that I wanted to give to this woman who had started this collection. Moving on to the next recommendation. The next one is In My Heart, A Book of Feelings by Jo Whittick. And this book is very inspirational to help children express their feelings more. I mean, this is just an incredible little children's book. I mean, if you open it and see some of the inside pages, it definitely mentions on like, kind of tells you like what feelings are and which feelings to express. I don't care if your child is little or even kind of grown. This is such a great book to help explain feelings for children. And it just gave that overall sense of, you know, helping them understand their feelings. So since I was doing inspirational books, a great way to help children explain their feelings. And this probably helped me explain my feelings to my children. So in that sense, it did help me explain feelings to children. So this is a really good book. And the very last recommendation is Tickle Monster by Josie Bassett. And honestly, I don't know if you guys remember Josie Bassett. I think she was in like maybe 90210, but she ended up writing a book. And this book just really helped me to be a better mother. I mean, at the end of the day, it helped me to interact with my kids better. And this is definitely for younger kids. I would say the age group to this book is probably between 1 and 4, but still, I mean, it's just an adorable book. And I mean, the last page, which is just so adorable. I love you so much and I want you to know. Like, it's just really a fun little story for kids that are younger. So, and it gets them to interact with the book and it inspires them to love reading. And I think that's what this video is all about, is having books in your life that inspire you to do things that you wouldn't normally do or get you out of your comfort zone. So anyway, with a few laughs and a few tears, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Also, in the comments below, please put down there what books have inspired you, because I would love to take a look at them, because if they've left that sort of mark on your life, they're worth checking out. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, take care of yourselves and bye, guys.